What's going on? What's up? What's up? Check this out. There are times when, you know what I mean, when you talk to people and they'll tell you that, hey, you look good. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I just love your hair, right? For the ladies, I hear this a lot. For the fellas, yo, I like them shoes. Where you get them from, man? You look nice in them. And what happened? What do you say to them? Thank you, I appreciate that, but ain't nothing. I got it on sale. Well, I'm telling you, this used to be me. Well, if you could relate to this video, I'm telling you, the topic what I'm gonna talk about in this video: learn to appreciate yourself. Learn to appreciate yourself. Give yourself some credit. Learn to tap yourself in the shoulders and say, yo, good job. You know what I mean? Because nobody's really going to see your value until you see your value. And you miss your value when you tell people, hey, you know what I mean, that whatever compliment they gave you, and you just brush it off like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So where I'm going with this is this, right? In these times where we live in, people just hate. People just choose to hate. People want to hate because they want to hate on you because they hate themselves. Think about it. Like, if somebody, I'm somewhere, nice luxury building. So, but like, where I'm going with this, if people, in these times, people, they just want to hate. They hate themselves, so they'll hate on you. Let's be real. If somebody has something that you want, and preferably you prefer not for them, if they have something on something, if they have something, I apologize. I'm off his tongue tied. They have something that you want and wear. If you don't really care for it, you ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? If it looks good on them, it look good on them. You don't really care. You don't hate. You know what I mean? If anything, if you're a person just like me, you're a kind of person, you'll give compliments. You know what I mean? Or you'll say, hey, that outfit looks nice on you. I like them sneakers. Right? But when you do that stuff, because, you have love in your heart. You don't have hate in your heart. Right? Now, let's say a person does that to you. Yo, appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you're a female. You know what I mean? You're a dude. You know what I mean? You're young, old. Appreciate yourself, because nobody's going to appreciate you until you appreciate yourself. Because I'm telling you, I'm young, but I'm older and wiser. You know what I mean? I'm not that old, but I'm getting up there. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, how life is now is not the same how it was 20 years ago. I apologize. 10 years ago. Well, my mind's all over the place. It's not like how it was 10 years ago. And I can remember there were times where when people would hate, they would not try to show you that they're hating on you, but they'll say some shit or they'll act a certain way because they can't help you, because that's what they are. But nowadays, people would just hate on you, and it's okay. They feel like it's okay. Let me walk around a little bit because I don't want nobody to be, feel uncomfortable. But people will hate because they feel like, okay, this is the right thing for them to do. One plus one is two. You know what I mean? 1 + 1 is 2. Right is right, wrong is wrong. But when somebody comes in your life and they give you a compliment or they give you a sign that, like, look, you're doing good. Yo, there's nothing wrong, you're going to say thank you, but there's nothing wrong feeling good about yourself. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. And I remember it was a time for me personally when people would give me compliments, man, and I just felt awkward. I felt it was good, but I didn't know how to react to it because it was like, dang, I wouldn't want to feel like I'm better than anyone else. And when in reality, that was a sign that, yo, you know what I mean? You look good. You know what I mean? People like who you are. You know what I mean? And of course, around that time, I felt good about myself, but I felt bad because I felt like, yo, you know what I mean? It's not okay, if I feel real good about myself, I would feel like, you know, dang, I'm better than everybody else. But when realistically, like, yo, when you learn to love yourself, you can love somebody else. All right. So you got to appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself for, you know, taking care of yourself. Appreciate yourself for like taking care of yourself. Right. I said that. I repeat myself again. Appreciate yourself. You know what I mean? There's many things that you can do to appreciate yourself. You know what I mean? Go out. You know what I mean? You got that extra $50. And I say this to my homegirl all the time. Right. Shout out to her. I said to Lisi. You know what I mean? I told her. I said, yo, take that extra $50 or $100 you got, right, and go get your nails done. You know what I mean? If it's not your nails, go and get a massage or something like that. I don't know how much a massage costs, you know, wherever you are, right? But if you were to go somewhere, you know what I mean, and get self-love, you know, manicure, pedicure, you know what I mean, fellas too. Yo, you know, I know you get your hair cut, right? Some of you guys get your hair cut on occasion, but there's nothing wrong keeping it up. You know what I mean? For example, go to get a manicure and pedicure too. I'm not saying to put no nails on or anything though, but I do it sometimes. I haven't done it in a while, but these are the things that I want to do. And there's nothing wrong being around different women. I'm always around different women. I go and get my manicure and pedicures too, and I'm around different women. That's how you get numbers too. Women would definitely respect you for taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? Many things you can do, you know what I mean, to appreciate yourself. And in the society that we live in now, we are taught to, if you like, for example, I'm gonna give an example. When we're talking about society we live in now, right? I remember I was leaving the supermarket, and of course, I'm hella confident. I'm very confident. I take pride in who I am as a person. I respect myself a lot. And I'm always smiling. And what I do too, sometimes I have a habit of, which is a good habit to me, I'll look at my nails and stuff like that. I'll look at myself and, you know, I'll look at myself in the mirror. And here go this chick walking with a few dudes. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm not going to sit there and make it seem like, you know, she was this and that because she said what she said. But homegirl wasn't looking aight. But you could tell, like, she had a lot of mouth. So she said, she looked out loud and I heard it. She was like, oh, he think he fine. So I turned around. Now, I'm not the kind of person to really turn around and look at who it was, but I seen on my side eye, she was looking my way through the window. She was just looking towards me. So I'm like, yo, this chick is really paying attention to me. This chick is really paying attention to me. All because I'm making sure that I'm looking all right. I'm looking presentable in public. I mean, it was it was in the store. I wasn't blocking anyone, but obviously you're taking my attention. You want my attention if you're looking my way and you're saying that to me. It was with a bunch of dudes, and dudes ain't really saying nothing. You know what I mean? So obviously you know who the boss was. But I tell you this because most people won't like you when you appreciate yourself. Most people don't like you when you respect yourself because they see that you're going somewhere, you're about something. And you should not worry about what people think or feel. And I'm talking towards the negative people that are coming at you. You know? And me personally, I came to a point in my life, man, where I chose to just not care about what people think about me. And the more I focused on me, and the more I focused on my goals and dreams, self-care, health, the more I seen people wanted to be around me more. And of course, I get compliments and everything, and I give compliments back. And those type of people are the people that I want to be around. And of course, it wasn't around the environment that I'm used to being around. And that's another thing too. You got to get out your environment. the environment that you grew up, the environment that you're used to going around. Like, for example, if you're used to going to a particular club or a lounge, or, you know, like gathering of people, if they're not bringing anything to the table in your life to, hold on very quick, if they're not bringing anything into your life of value and trying to push you and motivate you towards your goals, where you both could make it to where you guys want to go, then that person don't really appreciate you. That person just want to eat off your energy and just want to be around you just because they just want to survive, or they just hating on you just so they can for you not to make it. So where I'm going with this is this, right? When you appreciate yourself, people of value will really appreciate you, or people will reach out to you, and you know, people will reach out to you and ask you for advice on how you did it. You know, you don't even have, like, for example, these celebrities, right? Nothing, you know, I ain't taking nothing away from the celebrities, right? But of course I have, and I'm sure a lot of you look into how their stories, how they survived, right? How they survived, how they became who they became. And you use that as motivation, which is great. But how about you reach out and really do some research? I won't say research, but let's use another word. You reach out to someone that's a doctor, right? That's just down the street from you, and ask them, or that lawyer, or, you know, that teacher, and ask them how they make it, right? There's people that are close to you, and, you know, they came a long way and they survived, and they're doing pretty good with themselves, right? How about reaching out to them and ask them how they do it? You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm not trying to change the subject, but where I'm going with this is this. Most people will not appreciate you unless you appreciate yourself. And the way you're going to appreciate yourself, when you learn to love yourself. You learn to love yourself. You learn to look back where you were 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and look at your life now and see the progress where you have came from. And if you see no difference, it's all right, but you got to step that game up. You got to step that game up. And in that way, the way you're going to step that game up is many things. You may have to change the group of friends that you're around, right? You may have to stop doing certain things that you're used to doing. And self-love, like I said again, that's how you're going to learn how to appreciate yourself. For, you know what I mean? Let's not talk about self-love. What about that career you want? What about, you know, that environment that you want to change? The group of friends that you want to meet? Traveling? That business you want? That goal you want to come? That goal, it's a goal that you want to accomplish. All right? So you got to learn how to appreciate yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate where you came from. You know what I mean? Appreciate where you used to come from. And for example, the hard times that you came from, the hard times, right? I had hard times, and I appreciate the hard times, because if I did not go through the hard times, I would not be in the position and where I am now. I would not be in the position where I am now. I'm seeing the progress. I'm seeing the change. I'm seeing my future, and I appreciate myself for it. And of course, we're not only going to talk about ourselves, but we appreciate the Most High, because He's the one that brought us here, that made us, right? Appreciate Him. But after you appreciate Him, appreciate yourself, because it's only going to take you to get you to where you need to get to. Remember, saying words of affirmation, right? To make yourself feel good, or for things that you want. for the things that you want. Saying words of affirmation, right? Manifesting what you want. Loving yourself. You know? And when you do these things, appreciate yourself and love yourself for doing it. Alright? So, you know, this is a video I just wanted to talk about, you know. You gotta appreciate yourself, you know? Appreciate where you came from. Appreciate, like, for example, I appreciate where I come from. I ran a couple of times in the video where I just wanted to leave, you know. I've been making these moves and going to where I want to go to. But in these next few days, you know, things are just changing for me. You know, I'm really happy and excited, you know, and I really appreciate myself. You know, love yourself. I love myself. That's why, like, for example, if you could see where I came from and doing my videos, which is almost a year ago, I was not as comfortable being in front of this camera the way I am now. I wasn't then. Now I am. You see this? So, and I appreciate myself for it. I appreciate myself for it. I'm happy that I you know, I did these videos. And even right now, you see how I'm stuttering through the video, because I'm trying to keep doing my videos as raw as possible. You see how I stutter. Sometimes I get tongue tied. You know, I say certain things, and it's like, I look back at my videos, I'm like, oh, dang, you know, dang, I said it kind of wrong. You know what I mean? But when I realized that, I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, I appreciate myself for doing it. I love that effect that I did it, because, yo, somebody's going to get the message. It's a message that I'm putting out there. And of course, I should, you know, continue to work on, you know, calming down and saying my words properly, you know. And of course, you know, once my videos get up there, get the views up, of course, you know, and I get more subscribers that can participate in commenting, you know what I mean, more likes, and, you know, just communicating with my subscribers, right? The real subscribers, you know, the ones, I mean, you guys are real too, if you're watching, but for the ones that, you know, really enjoy my videos, you're going to comment, you know, you want to communicate with me, of course, I'm going to get into more editing, of course, but at this moment right now, you know, I want to keep it as raw as possible and just put it out there. But I appreciate myself doing that. I love the fact that I'm doing that, because, yo, these videos I'm seeing now and before, later on when I see them, I'm like, oh, dang, I came a long way. Of course, you know, it's not going to be what I expected. You know, how the words I'm saying is not properly right. Properly right, you know. But, yo, I love myself that the fact I'm doing this video. This is what I'm made to do. You know what I mean? So, I know I'm ranting and all that, but it's a beautiful day. You know what I mean? The sun is going down here in the East Coast. You know what I mean? But that's what I have to say. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself and love yourself. Love yourself. You only have one life. Alright? Please like, share, and subscribe. And I did not, again, introduce myself. This is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I am your best friend. If you are my best friend, please like, share, and subscribe. Share my videos. Alright? If you get the message. And comment below and give us some examples why you should appreciate yourself. Alright? Peace.